Doritos advert that was broadcast to a nearby star. There's the Arecibo message that was sent out to a few stars. So there's a few efforts. The Pioneer spacecraft, the Voyager spacecraft have these plaques on them, which I guess you could call an activity in METI because they are an attempt at communication that another alien civilization could one day recover those spacecraft and learn something about us. And for me, I'm actually interested in METI. I'm part of a project called the Golden Record Project, which is sort of, the Golden Record was on the Voyager spacecraft. And it had some images, it had some music, not a lot of information, but a little bit on there. And I think we're trying to reinvent that project to create an open source golden record that really wouldn't be a physical record, it would be a digital archive that could have huge amounts of data stored within it. And we want to make this open source box that hopefully private space industry could attach to their spacecraft and hopefully get these spacecraft out into the solar system and maybe even beyond in the future, so that there's a larger footprint of these devices left. And my personal hunch is that an alien civilization is unlikely to encounter these, but I think there's two good reasons for doing it. One is it forces us to think about what we want to actually communicate to the civilization, like who speaks for the Earth, what are the things that we think are appropriate or inappropriate to share. And two, I think it's actually likely, or possible, I should say, that somebody will discover it, but it will be a descendant of ourselves in the far future, or another Earth-based creature. Maybe human civilization will have its sunset in the next few thousand years, and will become a tribal people again or something, and eventually another creature will emerge as the next civilization in maybe 50 million years from now or something. We can imagine another creature like an octopus or a dolphin emerging as the next civilization. And they may have a space program one day and venture out into space and discover our spacecraft and think, hey, I think there might have been a species before us that lived on the Earth that was intelligent. And actually they've left these tombs for us to discover. So I'm actually think that's the most likely method, in my opinion, of alien communication. It's not alien in terms of extraterrestrial, but it is alien in terms of it's a completely independently or semi-independently biologically developed intelligence out of ourselves. And so I think that's a fascinating possibility that we could commune with them in the same way. You think about the monuments that, like the pyramids or Stonehenge, they are artifacts that were left thousands of years ago left as an attempt at a memorial, like remember us, here's the things we did, remember something about our civilization, our culture. And there is an opportunity, I think we have, to be remembered and not completely forgotten, not just simply erased from the record of galactic history, that another civilization might know who we were. And maybe that's not what we hope for. Maybe it'd be nicer if we had a two-way communication, but I just feel like that's a very fanciful, science fiction-y ask. I think the most plausible, practical thing I can imagine being possible is this contact with a future descendant.